this and speak to Captain Desmond Ross. He's an aviation industry specialist. Many thanks for joining us, sir. I'm going to start with this point that has come out from the Greek authorities, the fact that this plane made a number of abrupt turns and then lost altitude before vanishing from the radar. What does that mean? What can that tell us?
It's interesting that they've made this comment. It's clearly been seen on military radar. I don't think that degree of accuracy would have been picked up on the civil radar. If what they're stating is correct, it indicates that there's been a loss of control of the aircraft. It's not something that they would be doing under normal circumstances. What I've read is that it did a 90-degree turn and then a 360-degree turn and continued downwards. That indicates a loss of control.
And what does that mean? What does loss of control mean? Could that be an explosion? I mean, again, I don't want to get you to speculate, but what are the possible options for that?
Yeah, unfortunately, we won't know, of course, until the flight data recorders are recovered. But if it was out of control, it was caused by a problem with the control system. That would have been caused by an explosion or an electrical failure or a hydraulic failure. There's a number of technical reasons why it could have occurred. Everyone is tending to start to look now at the security issues of whether an explosion has occurred on board the aircraft. I think that's a valid comment, a valid thing to look at. It has to be. Everything's on the table at this point. There's another thing as well that can occur, which hasn't been mentioned in anything I've heard so far, and there's a thing called clear air turbulence, which can occur in certain parts of the world under certain weather conditions. You're always asked to keep your seatbelt fastened while you're in flight because of that very factor. The pilots can see clouds, they can see thunderstorms, they can see active weather cells, but you can't see clear air turbulence, which is simply a situation where, as the name suggests, there's turbulence in the air. It's not visible because maybe two jet streams or two areas of fast-moving air have come together and it forms a whirlpool literally in the air. You can't see it, they can't see it, and the equipment on the aircraft can't see it. But it can be quite damaging to an aircraft. And there's certain areas of the world where it's known to be a feature and you expect it. It's not expected over the Mediterranean, but it's still another possibility. So really what I'm saying is that there's mechanical failure, there's possibility of a bomb, terrorism. If it's a bomb, it's terrorism. Lithium batteries these days are a big concern. If they can catch fire, they can explode if they're being carried. They should not be carried without special arrangements. So they're treated as dangerous goods. And you have possible weather interference with the aircraft's flight.
Okay. I mean, my understanding is that the weather, it was good weather. There were no issues so much with the weather.
That's right.
The focus now very much on looking for the plane so they can answer some of these questions.
Yep.
What is the thought process there in terms of looking for the plane? The Mediterranean, is that an easy place to actually find a missing plane?
Relatively speaking, it should be, particularly at this point in our troubled world's history. There's so much activity going on in that area. Military aircraft, military vessels. You've got the migrant problems, and there's aircraft and ships roaming that area consistently at this point in time. We've got some reports of people having spotted something during the night at about that time. That's not really clearly identified or confirmed at this point, but I would be very surprised if nobody has seen this aircraft come down. The amount of marine traffic and air traffic that's around there, somebody I think has seen, and we will get some fairly clear eyewitness reports in due course. I'd be surprised if they don't find some floating wreckage within hours.
Okay, interesting. Okay, many thanks for your time. Good to speak to you, Captain Desmond Ross, an aviation and industry specialist. Many thanks.